I am a child of modern India. Over 6 decades ago, my country embarked on a journey of self-reliance and growth. Today, it is amongst the world's fastest growing economies. A population of over 1.2 billion people, 72% of whom live in villages across the country, inhabiting a space we often call Bharat, traditional, agricultural, rural. Sadly, people here do not share the fruits of development, but wrestle with issues of poverty, hunger, malnutrition, and illiteracy. Desperate for a better life, they migrate to big cities, ending up in subhuman conditions, miserable and angry. Was this the dream of our founding fathers? This ever-widening chasm between haves and have-nots? Surely, modern, industrial, urban India has a solution, a suitable plan we could offer our fellow citizens to live a decent life, earn a livelihood, without having them leave their villages, their homes. I hear about a revolutionary act that is being implemented by the Ministry of Rural Development from 2006, the Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act, that promises 100 days of work to a rural household whose adult members are willing to do unskilled manual labor. Every household needs register for a job card first and then file an application for work. Within 15 days of applying, work has to be allocated to that family, failing which an unemployment allowance is to be paid. And in most states, the wages paid are not below the minimum wages of that state. Can this be the answer I'm looking for?
When we became independent as a nation in 1947, our founding fathers dreamt of a country where every citizen would be free from poverty, ignorance, and disease. The Employment Guarantee Act is the most significant legislation of our times in many ways. This is not a routine development program. It is a legal right to livelihood, a right the people can demand to be enforced. This is a right that will ensure that the poor of this country do not have to face acute poverty and distress. The acts give hope to those who had all but lost their home. The act gives employment, it gives income, it gives a livelihood, and gives a chance for all to live a life of self-respect and dignity. It also gives us a chance to create rural infrastructure which can contribute to the growth of rural India. The Employment Guarantee Act transfers power in the hand of our people.
An act groundbreaking in its intent and framework. However, 5 years into its implementation, has Mahatma Gandhi Narega made any difference to Bharat? As we embark on a journey to 4 different states in India, I explore the origins of this vision. Was there a precedent this act drew inspiration from?
In Maharashtra, in the mid-70s, there was this Maharashtra Employment Guarantee Scheme, which was the first attempt to put something like this into the system, giving a guarantee for employment. It was, in my opinion, and in the opinion of all people who dealt with workers, a revolutionary step forward. Working with very poor people in Rajasthan, whenever I went and sat with workers and peasants, their main demand used to be for work. The Planning Commission sent a team down in 1987-88 when I had gone to Devdungri, and people hadn't had a square meal for months. The Planning Commission team crossed Devdungri, and since we are on the highway, they stopped, and about 500 people had got together there. And when they asked them what did they want, when they were hungry, they said, we want work. And they said, we want to live with dignity, we want work, we want to earn and then spend.
Our study begins in Rajasthan, a vibrant state in North India, set against a panoramic backdrop of desert and sand. On the lookout for Mahatma Gandhi Narega work sites, we come upon a road building site at Dungarpur, a well-known tourism destination in Rajasthan.
मेरा विचार में, और मैं जितना 1.5 साल का जो यहाँ नारेगा को देखा, मुझे लगता है नारेगा इज नथिंग शॉर्ट ऑफ रिवोल्यूशन, ए टोटल रिवोल्यूशन। डूंगरपुर का एक गांव में आप जब जाएंगे तो इसको आप फील कर पाएंगे।
I learned the importance of the muster roll, a labour attendance register that ensures that no fake entries are made for money to be pilfered away by the panchayat, the local self-governing body of the village.
लेबर के बारे में सर, हम मिट्टी के आधार पर जितना माप, जिससे मिट्टी है इसके आधार पे हम माप देते हैं, माप के अनुसार काम करवाते हैं और ग्रुप में काम करवा रहे हैं।
Over 70 workers supervised by a mate, working hard to complete the road that would connect their village to the highway. Vijaypura, arid and barren, where procuring water has always been a problem. I'm amazed to see the transformation that has occurred here.
पहले ये बंजर जमीन थी, यहाँ पर कुछ नहीं होता था, न पेड़ पौधे होते थे, न घास होती थी, कुछ नहीं, बिल्कुल एकदम कंक्रीट ज़मीन थी, पड़ी थी, न पशुओं के लिए कोई चरने के लिए कुछ नहीं था। फिर ये नरेगा के तहत कार्य चला तो हमारे गांव वालों ने ये चारागाह विकास एवं चार दीवारी निर्माण के तहत इसका निर्माण करवाया। फिर हमारे गांव से ज़्यादातर महिला ने काम किया। खड्डे खुदवाने के बाद में 10,000 पेड़ लगवाए और बरसात से पानी आता है जो ट्रेन जो भर जाती है, ट्रेन जो भरने के बाद में ज़मीन में रिचार्ज होता है पानी और पौधा को मिल जाता है, जिससे पौधे अच्छे पनप गए। पहले पानी की बहुत समस्या थी, 1-1 किलोमीटर दूर जाके पानी लेने के लिए औरतें जाती थी, 1-1 घंटा 2-2 घंटा ऐसा समय लगता था। अब क्या कि जो नालियाँ बनी उससे क्या कि कुआं का स्तर बढ़ा, सूखे कुएँ थे उनों में पानी आ गया, जो सूखे हैंडपम्प थे उसमें भी अब पानी है, तो औरतें अब तुरंत 5 मिनट के अंदर पानी लेके आ जाती है नज़दीक से, क्योंकि पानी होने के हिसाब से, पहले पानी नहीं था।
Water bodies have been created, water tables restored, greenery all around. Am I still in Rajasthan?
हर गांव में ऐसे ही काम उबला है, खूब अच्छे काम हुए हैं, चारागाह बने हैं, ऐसे चेक डैम बने हैं, ऐसे एनीकट बने हैं जिसमें आज भी पानी भरा है। ये महीना जनवरी है और ये पानी भरा है और आराम से अगले मानसून तक इसमें पानी रुकेगा। तो जो काम हुआ है ईमानदारी से होने की वजह से वो 1,65,000 इतना बड़ा लाभ देगा कि वो 1 साल में वसूल हो जाएगा। कि आसपास के खेतों में फसल लहरा रही है, लोग यहाँ से पानी अपने खेतों में पिला रहे हैं, कुएँ रिचार्ज हुए हैं, तो बड़े इलाके में पानी का फ़ायदा हुआ है। तो ये जो बेनिफिट है, ये जो फ़ायदे मिलते हैं, ये बहुत तगड़ा योगदान है और पीढ़ियों का इंजाम है।
और कौन भाई बताओ कितने थांगे की जगह है?
The wall painting of job cards, a simple but revolutionary tool to ensure transparency, has been introduced by Vijaypura.
हीरा की बस्ती गांव के ये जॉब कार्ड है, प्रत्येक परिवार के जॉब कार्ड है। तो ये पूरी सूची बनी हुई है कि ये 1 नंबर 117 नंबर है जॉब कार्ड है आगामी तेजाराम। इसने कितना दिन काम किया, 100 दिन, उसको कितनी राशि मिली, पूरे 10,000। और दूसरे वर्ष में इन्होंने 28 दिन काम किया और 1770 रुपये मिले। इसी प्रकार के इस वॉल पेंटिंग की वजह से गांव के लोग अपने आप में देख सकते हैं कि मुझे कितना पैसा मिला और कितना काम किया।
कालूराम एक बहुत अच्छा सरपंच है। वैसे अपना तरफ एटलीस्ट 15-20 सरपंच अभी उसी क्वालिटी का सरपंच है, जो अपने ही मतलब भ्रष्टाचार का अगेंस्ट में दे हैव ओनली सम काइंड ऑफ मतलब टोटल एक मूवमेंट किए हैं और चीज़ को सिस्टम को सुधारने का कोशिश करते हैं।
NRE ji has revitalized the notion of the panchayat, because the panchayat has become the basis for all this. So whether it's dysfunctioning, whether it's malfunctioning, whether there's malevolence, whatever they may be in the panchayat has become a focus. It is now not a non-issue, it's an issue. So it is focused on the panchayat as a delivery mechanism, as a decision-making mechanism, as a political entity. It has taken the concept of transparency to the smallest village in this country, where people now know that everything has to be transparent and that there is an accountability process in the social audit, and the demanding accountability no matter what it costs you.
A third district, Baran, adds a startling nuance to the story.
बारां ज़िले में अप्रैल 2008 से नरेगा की शुरुआत हुई थी। जब से ये नरेगा योजना चली है, उसको 100 रुपये की न्यूनतम मजदूरी मिलना शुरू हुई है। दूसरी बात ये हुई है कि क्षेत्र में इधर उधर उनको अब जिस तरह से पहले 50 रुपये में, 40 रुपये में, 70 रुपये में मजदूरों को रख लेते थे, वो प्रक्रिया बिल्कुल ख़त्म हो गई है। अब सीजनल भी जब वो काम करते हैं तो लगभग उनको 125 से 150 रुपये की मजदूरी औसतन उनको मिल रही है। कुछ लोग हमारे इस क्षेत्र से लोग गए थे किकलहरा गांव में, वहाँ पे से जो लोग जयपुर धरने में गए थे, तो वहाँ पे इस तरह की बात करी तो लोगों ने बताया कि हमारे पास ना तो जॉब कार्ड है, हमारे को ना तो काम मिल रहा है, दूसरे के यहाँ हम हाली के रूप में भी काम करते आ रहे हैं।
Vijay Singh, coordinator of a local NGO, reveals the harsh truth about the prevalence of bonded labor in this area and of Mahatma Gandhi Narega providing refuge to those abused and exploited by ruthless landlords.
बंधुआ 5 साल हो, मैं बहुत प्रेम से काम करता था। काम करने के बाद मेरे धमकी देता था कि तू ढंग से काम कर ले, नहीं तो तुझे मार ठोकर निकाल दूंगा यहाँ से। तो सब मैंने ऐसे खूब आराम से 2-3 साल किया, 4,000 रुपये लेते। मेरी कुछ बच्ची बीमार थी गंभीर जी, उसको मैंने 4,500 रुपये लेते। 5 साल काम किया। 5 साल के बाद में साहब उनने 11,500 रुपये वापस निकाल दिया। मेरे कुछ मारपीट की के बाद में फिर मैंने सोची, मैंने ये ऐसे खाता है, मारपीट खाएंगे हम, करे खा लें। किसी की बिंदुआ मजदूर तो नहीं है जो कोई धमकी देगा हम पर। फिर आते हैं वहाँ दिन भर काम, शाम के घर पे आ जाते हैं। मियाँ बीबी इनका मुंडा तो देख लेते हैं, लेकिन अब 100 दिन पूरा होगा जब 10,000 रुपये पाएंगे सब।
14 such families have been rescued in this village and have enlisted for Mahatma Gandhi Narega work. It is heartening to see that there are as many women, if not more, as men at the worksite who get paid an equal wage of at least 100 rupees per day. And yet, social structures continue to ostracize this group.
सरकार ने जो काम बताया उसको ऊपर ही सरकार को ऊपर शर्म। सरकार ने बंधुआ आड़ी से भी छुड़वा दिया, मुक्त करा दिया। आज हम भी दोनी तीनों गाने में कोई बुलाओ नहीं मेहनत जामा चा तो होना सुना दणी बर दे चक कि न बुलाओ मत ही बताओ आप हम मेहनत खा करेंगे आज नरेगा कोई काम सुमड़ागा आज 100 दिन पूरा करके बैठ जाएगा तो क्या करेंगे
Questions racing through my head, we move our trail to Bihar in the east, where almost 85% of the population lives in villages. Bihar was lagging behind other states in terms of human and economic development. Improved governance by the current state government has led to an economic revival.
A lot of the migration from India happens from Bihar, and these are people who are going in search of work. And because they have to migrate, migration is typically of two types: people who migrate out of choice, and people who migrate because they have no choice. Bihar is migration of both categories. What NREGA helps is people who migrate out of no choice by offering an alternative employment closer to home. And therefore the compromise they have to make with their life because of this long separation from home and the the consequences of distress migration. This helps to alleviate that. In fact, migration has dropped so much that what Bihar was a catchment for many areas, for example Punjab, or in Gujarat with the gem cutters, or in Punjab for harvesting. Now they are facing a crisis of laborers because they are getting work closer to home. So it has meant a great deal to people and the poor people of Bihar.
See, basically, if you look at the context in which NREGA is working in Bihar, there's high levels of poverty. Bihar government itself estimates that 61% of the total population lives below the poverty line. And there's high level of distress migration. If they can get the same work in their own villages and panchayats, they would rather stay back. So in that context, NREGA has a tremendous promise. But at some level, the state in its implementation has not been able to live up to this expectation of the people, or the expectation that has been built by the Act.
And nowhere is the confusion more visible than at Karkat Panchayat in Araria district, where the local labour and the villagers are carving out a road through their fields for better connectivity. Ironically, this was government land, usurped not so long ago by the farmers. Now, they're not willing to concede even an inch. Before our very eyes, a fight breaks out amongst the farmers and the labour over the width of the road track.
सुनिए पहले मेरी बात, आपकी सहायता के लिए आए हुए ना कि रोड ये बन जाएगा तो लोगों को ग्रामीण जो ये पूरे कृषि क्षेत्र ये ग्रामीण एरिया है, ये इससे आपको कृषि कार्य के लिए ये रोड है, आप बनने नहीं देंगे तो आपका ट्रैक्टर, आपका जो रिक्शा है वो आप तक आएगा नहीं, आप फसल उठा के लेके नहीं जाएंगे, माथा पे लेके जाना पड़ेगा, इसके लिए रोड बन रही है। अगर आप लोग जो वहाँ तक जमीन है।
The program officer tries to pacify them, saying that the road is being built on government land and not private property.
The Indo-Gangetic Plain is one of the densest, most densely populated places in the world. So obviously land is scarce. Complicated with that is the problem in which our land revenue, our land records are not really up to date, and there are issues with land records. There's a lot of land encroachment which has not been brought onto the records. Now, whenever you take, it sounds very nice to say it's our commonwealth, everybody benefits, but the fact is that everybody doesn't benefit. The people whom you will find engaged in this tussle are really not the rich versus poor, it's poor versus not so poor. So we have to be very careful about drawing a balance between individual rights and collective gains to be had there. So there is an element of negotiation, panchayati, and trying to convince people, and that's one of the reasons why we've not made so big progress.
we need large-scale works. The entire Kosi Canal system is being rejuvenated. To ensure that the 100 days entitlement reaches the people, it has to open large-scale work, which means that it should link with these departments, which is a provision in NREGA, that convergence provision with other departments. If that happens, we would see, I think that would really transform the face of Bihar and especially its workers. It would also change the face of Bihar in terms of the kind of infrastructure it would be building.
ये जगह है ना से गांव और पानी तोड़ता था, अब बहुत आदमी का खेत भी कट गया, बहुत दिक्कत होता रहा आदमी को। हो सकता तो बांध टूट जाता तब भी भस जाता है पूरे खेत गांव। इसी तकलीफ से ही बांध बनाया। अब बनाया तो हम लोग को बहुत खुशहाली हुआ। नगेरा में जब से काम हुआ है ना, हम लोग को बहुत खुशहाली है।
यदि काम मिलता है तो पति पत्नी मिल करके लोग काम करते हैं तो कुछ पेट भी चलता है, बाल बच्चे के पीछे भी कुछ अपना जो है लगाते हैं कि जो है कभी ट्यूशन या जैसे कि स्कूल के लिए उसका कपड़ा वगैरह भोजन वगैरह का सुविधा कुछ उसको उससे मिलता है। इसके लिए हर कदम पर लड़ाई लेना पड़ता है, हर कदम पर उसके साथ भिड़ान देना पड़ता है, तब हम लोगों को रोज़गार का जो है एक मिलता है। तो एक तरफ हम कहते हैं दीदी कि एक तरफ सरकार एक मनरेगा कानून बना दिए कि मनरेगा कानून से मजदूर को जो है लाभ मिलेगा, और यहाँ हमारे डिपार्टमेंटल जो अभी यहाँ चला रहे हैं ब्लॉक या ज़िला से, तो हम लोगों को सुनवाई क्यों नहीं होता है, मेरा बात सुना क्यों नहीं जाता। हम इस बात से जैसे कि हैरान है कि सरकार एक तरफ मनरेगा चला चुके हैं, उसके लिए अलग एक विभाग निकाल दिए हैं, और मेरा बात कहीं सुना नहीं जा रहा है, तो फिर हम क्या करेंगे।
इतना दिन काम बंद किया, बोला कि आधा अथी दिहाड़ी देंगे, भत्ता देंगे, वो भी नहीं मिला हम लोग का। वही आशा में बोला लेट फार्म किया, 3-4 महीना में पैसा मिला, बोला कि हम लोग देंगे, अथी मांगेंगे, उससे भत्ता मांगेंगे, तो भत्ता कब मांगेगा और कब देगा सरकार।
The tremendous transformational potential of NREGA, however, is being can be seen in one simple way, which is that it's helping labor to organize itself. No matter how small the NREGA works may be in an area, the fact is that they do have a choice to say that this is the wage that we are getting. For example, it is 114 right now, the minimum wages, which is not paid in agriculture work. So, but that wage itself has increased because people now have a choice.
नहीं चढ़ाता है इसमें, हाजिरी एक भी नहीं चढ़ाता है इसमें। अगर कोई जांच में अतै एकरा देखते हैं कि हाँ लिखलो है, तो टका दे के 10 टका तो वहाँ देते 5 टका, वहाँ यहाँ लिखते 10 टका, तो वो रंग की करते हैं?
The very fact that workers are being heard is a tremendous change. We are talking about changing power structures which have exploited people for a long time. And I think the MNREGA is giving us that opportunity to bring a collective bargaining power to people who are actually quite voiceless in this system.
To me, the biggest thing that NREGA delivers is an entitlement based on which the citizen can question the state, interrogate the state as equal, saying that here is my entitlement, why have you not delivered? So there is a certain citizenship, quality of citizenship improves. For me, that's the biggest thing that NREGA delivers. The Bihar I saw in 1985 is not the Bihar I see today. The power relationships have changed. Feudal power structures are being increasingly questioned. Nobody is willing to take physical abuse. I mean, we are talking of changes which any urban person can never even fathom. And it's programs like this which give this a big push forward. Because once people get a basic level of income, then they're able to stand up for their rights and talk to the rest as equals. Not near equals, but approaching equality.
Absolutely. There are processes, I think a combination of both the right to information and the MJNREGA give an indication of how basic power structures can actually be shaken up if you provide just fundamental things which our constitution says you should be providing. While we are seeing reactions, we are also seeing a lot of action. We are seeing for the first time millions of people right across the country starting to exercise, ask questions and demand answers. What is it? It's 100 days of work at minimum wages, so it's 10,000 rupees or 13 or 14,000 rupees. But for the poor person, it's a question of saving them from starvation. Without you're having to use force and without a bloody revolution, people have actually gained bargaining power. And for the first time, this government system is being made to answer. We need to learn actually from people's efforts in NREGA, because they are showing us what has gone wrong in this structure, what can be made to correct it, and they're doing it every day and in millions of places across the country. And that's a democratic change or radical change within a democracy.
Sikkim, nestled in the Himalayas, under the benign watchfulness of Kanchenjunga, the guardian deity, the country god who ensures peace and prosperity for the land. Pristine and serene, Sikkim is an amazing experience. The state has been using Mahatma Gandhi Narega as a scheme that can virtually transform the countryside. We are currently in the Louis Perbing Gram Panchayat, Ranka block, at the construction site of a concrete cement footpath that will give these villagers easy access to the highway below.
यहाँ से अब फुटपाथ बना रहा है, लोअर परबिंग से ऊपर परबिंग से बना रहा था। हमारा यहाँ 100 दिन से फिर नया कर रहा है। अब दिन भरी काम गरियो, अब महीनामा त्यही हो।
Kamla Rai was the former Sarpanch, the democratically elected head of the panchayat of this village. She introduced a lot of progressive changes during her term. As she says, the money they receive from Mahatma Gandhi Narega enables them to feed and clothe their children and send them to school.
When I first came here as a block development officer, after my coming here, the scheme was implemented and there was a very positive response on the scheme. All the works that were left out, which had not been able to be done due to the lack of funds, it was covered under NREGS. So there was a very positive response from the public, and the participation of the public when we initially started was also very good.
This is a rejuvenation of old tea garden. The people of this place, they have planted some saplings of tea, and ever since this tea garden was left as a wild bush, local Gram Panchayat, they held a meeting with us, and they told us to do something to this tea garden. Since it is a labor-intensive work, so we took it under MG NREGA for cutting down the bushes into table form. Since last year, May, June, we have started plucking the flush. And we are making green tea leaves as well as orthodox leaves, and we are marketing it through Sinfed as well as through local market also. So we are selling it somewhere around 2,500 rupees per kg in the local market. It is Red Panda tea of Sikkim. The local people who are really of good tea lovers, they really like the tea. They want us to produce in a large quantity.
Narega has come like a boon to the state, and we have these proud indigenous people in this mountain state, and there was this issue of having employment opportunities in the village which were pretty few. So we look at Narega as a source of additional income for our people, and instead of positioning Narega as a scheme for the unskilled labor, we are positioning it more or less like a scheme where the people can build their village, where they can build their country, and at the same time some community assets are also getting created. So in a way there is an accelerator effect because people get benefits from these assets and they get employment as well.
यहाँ ये इरिगेशन चैनल का अंडर NRGS काम हो रहा है। ये जो अभी आप दिख रहे हैं ये अराउंड 20 हाउस होल्ड्स को बेनिफिट करेगा।
An irrigation channel is being built here in Aritar, Regu district, to divert the flow of monsoon water to 20 individual households, generating employment as well as long-term benefits.
हम ये नरेगा में 2008 से हम काम कर रहे हैं। टोटली हमारे यहाँ काम करने वाले लोग तो है 37 का 100 डेज हो गया है। अब जितने ही बचे हैं 13 बचे हैं, उनका 100 डेज के लिए अभी काम चल रहा है।
पहले तो इधर काम नहीं था हमारे पास, खाने पीने में बहुत तकलीफ होता था, इसलिए अब नेगरा से हम कुछ मिल रहा है। अच्छा है नेगरा था।
We have been able to make this scheme, MG Mahatma Gandhi Narega, as one of the, I would say, tools of total rural transformation. Not only by creating job opportunities, wage employment, but also creating durable economic assets. In Sikkim, land is very steep and very slopy. So even if a poor person who has got about 2 acres or 2 hectares of land holding, 30, 40, 50% will be unproductive. Using MG Narega, we have been able to take up land development activities in such lands belonging to poor beneficiaries.
यहाँ पर ट्रेडिशन हो रहा है अभी, और यहाँ पर 24 जॉब कार्ड होल्डर लोग है इधर पर का। ये सुदूर इधर ही गांव का है, सुदूर ब्रिंगब्रॉन्ग वार्ड का। वहाँ पर सीसी फुटपाथ हो रहा है।
Land terracing near Sudur Bringbong Ward in the Zongu Reserve area, North Sikkim. Timely intervention for these poor tribals dealing with the loss of their cardamom fields.
Yeah, along with Maraja Garden, you can good boom.
The beneficiaries of this scheme are the people of North District, who are predominantly tribals, like 94% of the population are tribals. So the tribal population of the entire district, and especially the people of this Lepcha reserve of Zongu, they have benefited a lot.
Sikkim North District was chosen as the best performing district, and it was amongst the 10 districts that got the award this year. And it was chosen because it could deliver Narega in spite of the very tough physical environment there. It's the highest and the steepest district in the country. In spite of those physical challenges, they could ensure that around average 80 days they could provide to the rural households.
You see, we have got about 19,000 rural households which are categorized as BPL as per our socio-economic census 2005. And if you look at the number of households which have got themselves registered as a job card holder, it is mind-boggling, 73,000. That means almost 80% of the rural population.
The Gram Panchayat in Chuba Farm, it's a drought-prone area, and drinking water was also very scarce. So the Panchayat actually motivated the people, and they could construct household-level tanks to store water. So people started harvesting rainwater and not only getting water for drinking, but they also got water for agriculture and growing vegetables. So the livelihood has really increased there.
जब नरेगा के स्कीम आया, पंचायत ने जो पंचायत बीडीओ साहब ने हमको जो स्कीम दिया, उसको फायदा हम सभी मिलकर गांव वाला ग्रुप होके ये टैंक मिलकर बनवाए सर। जो स्कीम नरेगा की स्कीम के वही माध्यम से बनाए। तो नरेगा की स्कीम में तो हमें मिला समथिंग 8-9 हज़ार है। उसके बाद बारी में काम किया, वो पानी से वाटर हार्वेस्टिंग टैंक से है बारी में जो काम किया, उसको हमें 15 से 20 हज़ार फ़ायदा अभी हुआ है। अब आने वाले दिन में हम ये इनकम बढ़ जाएगा।
The main problem is the shortage of water, scarcity of water. And after launching of this MG Narega, automatically the standard of living standard of people raised up, and all the people, they are happy, they are enjoying, they are working in Narega field, not like a labor. They are doing as a social work. They are always thinking, we are not doing only for earning money, we are doing something for our society. I am very happy we are able to achieve a national award from the Honorable Prime Minister of India, Dr. Manmohan Singh sir. And we are really happy, and after getting that award, the responsibility is double.
Sikkim must be one of the few states where 100% implementation of MG Narega is with panchayats. Here, entire implementation, planning and monitoring is with panchayats.
It is interesting to see that with the reservation of 50% seats for women in the panchayats, they're now visible as sarpanches all across the country. This panchayat in Aritar won the Best Gram Panchayat Unit Award for its performance in 2009.
All our wage payments are through post office and bank accounts. We don't do cash payments any longer. And to ensure that the payments are in a timely manner, we are converging with a state government program called the Chief Minister's Universal Rural Financial Inclusion Project. In that project, we have got these biometric smart cards, and payments are being made in the village itself. So that project is rolling out now, and a few blocks it's already operational.
State-of-the-art technology at the very work site. What could be more impressive?
मैं एक बीसी हूँ, बिजनेस करस्पोंडेंट, जो इंडिका सॉफ्टवेयर की तरफ से काम कर रहा है, जो बैंक से पैसे लेकर इन नरेगा जो काम करते हैं नरेगा में, उन लोगों को मैं पैसे पेमेंट कर रहा हूँ। उस कार्ड में हर एक आदमी का फिंगरप्रिंट लगा हुआ था। उसमें सिग्नेचर की कोई ज़रूरत नहीं, कोई डॉक्यूमेंट्स वगैरह कोई लगता नहीं। फिंगरप्रिंट अगर मैच हो जाए, जितना भी पैसा उसके खाते में होता है, वही खाते का पैसा हम उसको दे देते हैं। हमारा कोशिश यही है कि हर एक को ये कार्ड मिले, हर एक को ये फैसिलिटी मिले, हर एक को ये बेनिफिशियरी मिले।
Ensuring transparency is the topmost priority of the program in Sikkim, and we have various safeguards to ensure that the program really performs and deliver. And to ensure transparency, we have very strict social audits. It's facilitated by local NGOs who are trained, and social audits is the most powerful tool to fight corruption.
Voluntary Health Association of Sikkim recently won the Rozgar Jagrukta Puraskar. This is for the year 2009 and 10. In 2007, when we did in the first time, everybody was asking us, what is this about social audit, why we have to do, we are not the engineers, we don't know what is the scheme. But when we went for the second time, they felt very good, okay, this is the scheme, so they have to run it, it is their responsibility. So everybody is like empowered, they feel empowered, they are enthused in doing this kind of activities now.
Andhra Pradesh, the state in South India where the program was first launched, has surged ahead in the implementation of the program, thanks to their concerted efforts in ensuring detailed and clean social audits.
Actually, if you look at AP's own history, before 2006, 2005, they had no idea what a social audit was. In fact, for the first time that they really began to think about social audits was in 2006, just as the scheme got implemented. The topmost level of administration within the RD department had sat, looked at the implementation, looked at the act, looked at what entitlements there were, and they'd arrived at almost all the structures. What they'd still not cracked was the transparency and accountability bit, basically from the perspective of the rural poor. So how does continuous vigilance and monitoring take place? And I think the Act had a provision. They said there was this, one line which said the social audit would be done by the Gram Sabha. Who are members of the Gram Sabha? Who's going to train them? Who's going to tell people that the social audit has to be done by the Gram Sabha? Nobody mentioned what the process of doing a social audit would be. It's a 10-day process or a 15-day process. You have to collect records. You have to ensure that people are able to understand those records. They need to know where to access those records. They need to know what to do once they've accessed those records. So it's a whole process of consolidating this information, going back into the field, meeting people, doing work site visits, trying to match the measurement book to the work site. So it was an independent setup. We were allowed to hire the people we needed in this. We had our own training sessions, so it took a lot of effort in terms of, thinking through the structures.
పొద్దు పొద్దున లేసిన రోయమ్మ మాయమ్మ ప్రజాతనికి వాళ్ళు కదిలిన రోయమ్మ మాయమ్మ పొద్దు పొద్దున లేసిన రోయమ్మ మాయమ్మ ప్రజాతనికి వాళ్ళు కదిలిన రోయమ్మ మాయమ్మ.
Here in Venkatpur, Warangal, we are at a training session of village social auditors.
1,085 blocks. That's what we have in AP. If you have to do social audits in 1,085 blocks, not once but twice in a year, then you need somebody who will go out and train people in doing it. The first year was spent identifying state resource persons. The second year was district resource persons. Then you need the next year. Where does that year come from? That's when we arrived upon this whole idea of village youth. I mean, the beauty today in AP's process is that you have, on an average, 5 to 10 youth, all from wage seekers or laborers' families, working on NREGA who are literate. We train these youth in how to do the social audit, tell them about the NREGA, the rights and entitlements, tell them about the right to information, and then they form into groups and they go and do the audit.
Here VSAs don't go to their own village, they'll go to the neighboring village, because one thing is they'll get influenced because they'll be their own relatives, otherwise there will be a pressure also.
దగ్గర పెద్ద బుక్ లేదా చిన్న బుక్లే ఉన్నాయా పెద్ద బుక్ ఇయ్యలేరా మీకు జాబ్ కు నంబర్ 326.
Early in the morning around 6 o'clock they'll go to this door to door verification. They'll ask them questions, they'll check their passbooks and this job card. Afterwards, after 10 o'clock, this wage seekers won't be there because they'll be going to the work.
At Nasrulabad, we attend the Gram Sabha, a meeting of all the adults who live in the area covered by the Panchayat.
Here, today it's a Gram Sabha. After 2 days of field verification and door-to-door visit, consolidation, they do this Gram Sabha. So that it's like after a social audit is completed, they'll read out the issues in the Gram Sabha. Basically, the Sarpanch presides a Gram Sabha and all the wage seekers and the mate, everybody who belong to that village, come and attend the meeting. Each work has got an ID. So they'll read out the work ID, the name of the work, then they'll read out the musters. So this is the general process. So this Gram Sabha is a place where the people can speak their mind, and whatever the issues are there, they get a chance to speak in a Gram Sabha. And a old woman who has worked in the field but she didn't get a payment. Her signature is there in a passbook, but the payment has not been done because someone else has taken the money. So the woman stood up and she said that I have worked, this is the mate who is sitting here, she has not given me a payment, I want 3 weeks payment. So here everything has come out. After 3 days, there will be a public hearing. On 15th of this month, in the Mandal office in Jadcherla, there will be a public hearing where a project development officer will preside and he is the decision maker over there. So they will read out all the issues in front of the PD and he will decide what has to be done.
Social audit is not just about corruption. Corruption is a huge part of it. But social audit also acts as a deterrent. It gives people a voice. Today 99% of the kids who come to do social audits with us, whom we are training, are Dalit kids. And can you just imagine a scenario where a Dalit kid goes up to an upper caste Thakur and says that, you know, you have done this, you've taken away our money, you've not given us work. Where does it happen? It's happening here because the state is standing by them. A lot of things have come out. If you find that, you know, we've spent close to about 10,000 plus crores in this state. We have, through our 3 rounds of social audits, managed to, you know, unearth more than 100 plus crores of financial deviation. We've managed to recover close to 25 crores. We've removed people from their jobs. More than 7,000 people have lost their jobs.
మరి ఇది కంప్యూటర్ మిస్టేకా లేకపోతే కంప్యూటర్ మిస్టేక్ అంటే ఇక్కడ కింద కొట్టింది పైన కనబడుతుంది. I have to remove you from service.
What we find now is right across the country, either through innovative bureaucrats or through a government and political will, which is extremely important, but even where there isn't political will, there is now a demand from the people. Because the people realize that they should be getting these 100 days of work. They are not getting it. They are up in arms about it. They are realizing that people are stealing some of the resources. They are realizing that that job cards are not being provided or work is not being provided. And that has provided the kind of impetus and energy that people needed, which was missing for 60 years in India's development efforts.
There was this group of women in Anantapur who told me, when I just generally asked them, what do you think is the greatest benefit you've got? They said dignity. And I was like, why? They said earlier the landlord used to call us, we had no work. We became slaves both physically, mentally and economically. Today he calls us, we say we won't come. We have NREGA.
The biggest killer to me is malnutrition. Now, if your child in 0 to 3 has to endure malnutrition, you're basically brain deading the child. So the brain damage that occurs in that period can never be made up even if you gold plate his house later. So what these incomes actually do is not just incomes, it actually puts nutrition it puts food on the table.
We have rich getting richer and richer. We have a growth rate that is only affecting the rich. We have the poor who actually have no stake in the future of this country. The NREGA is it's not just a question of that amount of money through the NREGA, but it's a question of their dignity. It's a question of their stake in being able to fight for a better India. And it is a question of them being able to frame and forge their own future.
People say that too much money is being spent on Mahatma Gandhi Narega. I wonder. Each state has its own story to tell. But at the end of the day, does this act not pass the touchstone of Mahatma Gandhi's talisman, who once said that when in doubt, recall the face of the poorest and the weakest man who you may have seen and ask yourself, if the step you contemplate is going to be of any use to him, will he gain anything by it? Will it restore him to a control over his own life and destiny? In other words, will it lead to Swaraj for the hungry and spiritually starving millions?
Basically, I think the MJ-NREGA will continue to operate till such time as we really get rid of poverty. In a process of many years, we also hope that the MJ-NREGA will then only become a small act, an act which will cater to a small number of people who will really need the act. But till such time comes, this is extremely important guarantee for the life, livelihood and dignity of poor people.
वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए जे पीड़ पराई जाने रे वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए जे वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए जे पीड़ पराई जाने रे पर दुखे उपकार करे तोए पर दुखे उपकार करे तोए मन अभिमान नाड़े रे वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए जे पीड़ पराई जाने रे सकल लोक मार सहुने वंदे सकल लोक मार सहुने वंदे निंदा ना करे के नीरे सकल लोक मार सहु